working on the spider guard, open guard today, and just going to go through some early concepts on this so everyone understands the principles, and then we'll kind of build the template. We have been working through to the triangles and the sweeps on this, so that'll be the end game that we're after, and it'll go directly to the seated half guard that we played last week, and we'll put all this together so you guys have a nice little flow system. Steve, jump up please. So what this is designed for, Steve's inside my guard. Oh yeah, okay. Collar and sleeve control. Yeah, one of the most common controls we're going to get. This enables me to control the posture and also control the grip, so I can armbar, etc., etc. What Steve's going to do is he's going to use his left elbow to apply pressure onto my leg to try and open my leg up. And this is kind of like the generic guard pass. So even if I've got the sleeve control, Steve has the ability to use the elbow to push it down. And what would generally happen is Steve would now try to move backwards a little bit to get his knee line free to be able to start to clear and come over the leg, right? Because right now is his knee line still behind my knee line, so if it does try to set up, I can kind of keep weight onto the leg. So there will be some motion going backwards. On that, being that in mind, this isn't the only part, this is just a very, very generic conceptual, you know, you want to beat my knee line, get behind it, come forward, okay? What I'm going to do is, as this applying pressure here, I take my knee to my chest. Ideally, I stiff arm, so I'm not trying to pull the arm, I'm just trying to hold in position. I bring my knee to my chest and put my foot onto the hip. The second part is I'm trying to take my hips out a fraction and I'm going to try and turn to my right hand side. So I'm trying to keep this side down nice and light. Steve will generally follow because he wants to push my hip down to the ground. In one motion, my knee goes to the ceiling, my knee goes to my elbow, cycles through, and I switch. My hand stays inside the collar, so there is the threat of the choke. The downfall right now is that I'm underneath my partner. So for me to raise my hips through the triangle, it's quite hard to do. So off this mechanic is I'm going to keep the tension, so this will help stop Steve from stacking up. I'll put my foot out and I'll slide my hips out as far as I possibly can this way, and then I'll apply it. Now, that's not even putting it on, but with the hand in the collar, the choke's pretty much coming on straight away. So again, it's collar and sleeve grip from here. So, and like he might use his hand, he might use his elbow, he might use telekinesis, whatever, you know, whatever you've got from here. So I need to go, no, my knee needs to come up so that I can create the distance here. So I'm not just going like this, but I'm kind of going small hip escape. Knee high, through, pull, here, keep control. Foot, switch my hips, over the top. I would keep my hand in the collars, but just I don't want Steve to die. And now, when we get, don't put your foot this way because it opens up the space. Turn your knees towards your partner and apply pressure. Now, this is a slightly different triangle because there's a lot of pressure behind the shoulder as well as the neck. So one of the guys last night was doing this and ended up like stepping off McLeod, my shoulders got locked into position. So it's like actually deal with the fact that it's on your shoulder and not just a choke as well. Come on, Steve. Rob, jump in. How'd that feel, Steve? Yeah. Okay, so very, very standard collar and sleeve control, and Rob's already got the grip. So what I'm doing for me is I'm applying pressure with my foot, through my knee to my chest, out, my knee comes over my elbow. So I don't bring it sideways because his elbow's in the way, I bring it high. Smash it through, pull. Keep my hand inside the collar. Now, I have to keep the tension on this so it doesn't get posture. Here, switch it, and choke. Now, if I'm having trouble, I'll take my hand out. If I'm having trouble, because my knees are facing this way. So if I can, hold it, use my core, switch my hips and squeeze, and this can make the shoulder come on 3 or 4 times as fast. Watch this. Okay, so I need to be offside for this to work. I can't go, because if under his hip is pushing me down, I can't move. So that comes offside. My knee has to come over the line. Right. I see people try and shortcut it by here, but his frame system's quite strong, yeah, right? So I try and bring it in. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drive my knee as low as I can, so it's almost like I've got my toes higher than my knee. And as I kick, it's just going to basically put it over the top. Now, my heel becomes the grip. Okay, but because I'm here is I'm going to lift the arm, so when I pull, it slides through. The part that I see people have issue with is people that lock it up now. If I lock it up now, I can't move. So if I lock it up now, I can't move. So what I try and do from here is keep this squeeze. So it's almost like I'm going to triangle him, but without the triangle. We call it Clayton's triangle. Okay. The triangle we have, we don't really have a triangle. Okay. So anytime that my head's high, my hips by default are low. Anytime my head's low, my hips by default are higher. So what I see you could do is say here, this is really hard to move your hips because your hips are below sea level. So if I raise my hips, you're going to find that this is so much easier to drag versus this, because the weight by default is down on my hips. So my head goes down, my hips go high, and this allows me to move my partner really easy. And the choke will be heaps better. So when we're doing this choke, I want my head on the ground, and I want to kind of keep my hips elevated off the ground. The more that your head's, like, you know, if I'm sitting here, my hips are low because my head's high. But when I'm doing this, I have to have my head on the ground. So it's really hard from here to get my hips higher than my head biomechanically. I know some people that can, but we have to pay the set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so collar and sleeve, kills the leg, my knee comes to my chest, foot, hip escape out to the side, and as I bring my neck, Rob uses his right hand to start to push away my leg. So, you know, like I'm having this massive issue trying to get my knee on the inside. The downfall about it is that I can't actually swing my foot as well because it's got the inside position of my knee. Right? So we're going to do 2 motions from here. And the first motion is I'm going to let go, I'm going to overhook the arm. But what I'm doing is I'm going top side of the elbow. I'll pull the elbow in and I switch. Right. No one likes being in this position from here. So we're going to do the 2 majors that we're going to work on from here. The first major is I put my hand under my leg, and I'm here. And what I'm doing is my wrist is on the carotid. I slowly extend and squeeze and get my first choke. Right. So the wrist is on the carotid, my hand is under, and I'm here. So I don't want my hand with the soft part, I want the knuckle, and I'll just gable grip it finger to finger. To make it work is I close this down. So that means that the mechanic isn't my arm that's doing the stretch, it's my leg that's doing the stretch. So it's under my leg, here. So slowly pull my foot down, slowly pull my head away to get the first choke. If I'm having trouble doing this, what I do is I put my hand onto the back of the collar, and as my partner sits up, boom, switch, and back into my triangle. So the first one's generally the better, because even if I don't get the tap, I know it's hurting them, you know, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So even if I don't, like, I know it's hurting you, so that to me is a victory. You know what I mean? So we're here. So I don't let go of this hand because I need this hand. So it's just a top over. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling the elbow towards me and I kick. Hand goes under, and he can have the hand in. It makes no difference. Not this way. I want my thumb facing me. Here, squeeze my knees. Head goes away. Like I know it's hurting. I know it's hurting. So I just do it a little bit harder. Yeah. So the downfall is I can't try. So the option I did was I'd grab this. And then as my partner starts to post up, I've got the ability to lock up. And now the trolley's on the wrong side, but squeeze, and you're still going to get it. Just boom.
Would you consider rolling down onto the arm bar?
Yeah, you can roll belly down on this as well, 100%. Yeah, like Emma's saying, right from here, right, kick your leg, pop, roll belly down, arms under, so I get the arm bar as well. So the arm bar says, so you have the ability to go to the arm bar, you have the ability to go to the triangle, you have the ability to mix up a little bit. Next, one more time. So we're here, and it's got the distance management, right? So up on the back side of the elbow, pull the elbow, kick, hand under, grip. Thumb if you want to, hand if you want to, doesn't really make it. As they post up, I like this better. So as they post up, I've got this attachment to him, and I can actually just hang, so there's still good pressure on the arm. Yeah. Squeeze, close my hips. Try this one. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to move you back a fraction, Rob. Okay, so same deal again. I've got my collar, my sleeve, my partner sits in the shape. So I need the distance control. So I need that. This helps. This will stop him or help prevent them from moving forwards. As I bring my knee to my chest, my partner goes to the inside position, so they get their hand and they're blocking out. Whether it's a hand, whether it's an elbow, right? So think about it this way, right? Is the issue is he's pushing my leg that way and he's splitting me up. So how can I beat the split position? Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small hip escape. Come forwards. And now my foot can come over. So to beat the position from here is, I realise he can't come forward, but he's pushing my legs that way. So all I'm doing is redirecting the frame system. So move. Now I can play. But what I want to do is I want to try and get my foot into here this time. This will deny him gripping back on my knee. Does that make sense? Where if I kind of go hip and I try and get my knee through, he can, still play the game. Where if I come on the inside, I get a better control. You need to come up on your elbow. You need to come up on your elbow. Two things, foot on knee. Two things, foot on knee. Okay. Now I'm going to put my heel behind Rob's head from here. So you don't have to have dexterous hips, it's about your movement. Foot goes on the ground, move away, okay, over the top, inside, control. Here, make sure you come up. This is going to give you a bit more balance point as well. And now, tip over, like my heel. If you're having trouble, apply pressure on the foot, with your foot on the knee. Come up, fold the arm. Don't forget the wrist lock. Okay? Wrist lock the world. If my partner realises and pulls his arm out, we just go straight to the collar joint. Everything's set up. Rolls me over, pull, garments, triangle. So the combination's quite good. Let's go over, you can see. Control, foot on the ground, okay? Not on the inside because you go on the outside, foot, come up. Heaps of options for you guys. Is that I get the mechanic and I've got the grip, knee to my chest, foot on hip, kick it offside. Steve gets the control from here. So I go foot on the ground to extend the arm away from the body again, swing over the top to beat it, kick him in the face gently. Sorry, Steve. Now from here, so Steve kind of goes, look, this is danger territory for sweep and armbar. So Steve just starts to stand up from here. So I'm losing my control, and even though my legs at full extension, so I find this very hard to sweep my partner now. So two motions. Now watch this. I'm going to drop my left foot behind my partner. I'm going to take my left hand behind his knee. So this is the positions that we were playing last week. Foot goes to the back, pull his knee towards me. Come on, let's take my sweep. So we did quite a fair bit of, it's on my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen the seated half guard sweeps that we did, this goes to the position where we can now start to implement the seated half guard sweeps. If you're not on my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, it's free. Okay. Steve's on it. That's
videos.
I'm trying to get double digits in my subscribers, guys. I'm at 9.5. I don't know how I get half a subscriber.
Mia.
Foot down, switch over the top, and that gives me the ability to start to play the game. Steve realises he's in danger, so comes up, and like I can't sweep, I lose the control. Right. So first things first, assist is I drop my foot. Don't disengage your hand. Right, I drop my foot. Because if Steve does try to come past the guard, I still have the choke option. I still have the option for the choke, which we're not going to do that. Okay, come up. You don't have to switch hands, but I need this here. So I'm pulling, And I'm pulling his knee backwards. Make sure your leg doesn't come over. It's not a danger at the moment because I've got his arm, but I want to kind of go to the inside. So it's hard for him to get the full guard. And I should get your guard passing over from here. Would you like to set? Are you okay?
Yeah, I can say one.
So full guard, control, hip escape over the top. Okay, and look, you know, if I'm having trouble with this foot, it's generally because I haven't kicked enough. So just take the secondary. Okay, Rob stands up. Boom, from here. Boom, boom, boom. And now, if his weight's forward, right, go front side with this leg. We're taking backwards, back side with that leg. Take your sweep. Sorry. But you know, you've got that ability to send him flying. So, front side. So from here, front side, otherwise, back side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.